you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new.
Hey guys, so for today's video, I wanted to do a literal fire makeup look. So I use mostly yellows, oranges, and reds. I use like 1 or 2 brown eyeshadows, but mostly like I wanted to use really warm, bright shadows along the fire color scheme. So what I did is I used the Modern Renaissance palette, and that was the only palette that I used in this video. I was really tempted to dip into like my other palettes, but I wanted to really use only one palette to make it easier for you guys. Also, to make the look a bit different, I used blue eyeliner instead of black eyeliner because if you look at fire, there's like blue in fire as well. If that was a horrible explanation, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure you get what I'm trying to say, right? By the way, can we just stare at this and how beautiful it is? I love this palette so much. Bought it like a week ago, I believe, about 1 or 2 weeks ago. I remember I was debating whether I wanted to pick it up or not, but my cousins were like, just get it. And I was like, all right. If you can get it, if you can get a hold of it, if you find it, don't even think about how expensive this is. Just get it. And just like a heads up, I didn't put any brow gel or setting spray on my face because I'm not going out after this. But if you are actually gonna go out after, you know, doing your makeup, then obviously put on setting spray and put on that brow gel. Thank you so much for clicking on my video, and let's get started. I'm gonna start off by priming my face, and today I'm using the bareminerals Prime Time Primer. This is a silicone based primer. It has a thinner, kind of greasier consistency. So if you have oily skin, I wouldn't really advise you to use this. I'm gonna go ahead and let that sink into my skin for a little bit, and while that's going on, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. And today I'm using the Chella Brow Cream in the shade Tantalizing Taupe. So I really like this brow product because it is an eyebrow cream and not so much a pomade. This one just glides onto your brows, it doesn't get chunky. The brush is pretty good as well, but over time, when you continue to use it, a lot of product does get mushed in there. Another thing that I really like about this brow product is that it's really easy to blend out. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to foundation. And today I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 220. Just gonna dot it all over my face and then blend it out with my beauty blender. So now for concealer, I'm going to be mixing the Wet n Wild Highlighting and Concealing Pen in the shade Ivory Into You, and the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 20 Sand. And then I'm kind of just dotting the Maybelline Fit Me right underneath it. And I'm only doing this on my under eyes. So now I'm just gonna set my under eyes using my Rimmel Stay Matte powder because what else do I use? I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of bronzer on so I stop looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost. I'm using the e.l.f. bronzing palette, and I'm using, this is the darkest matte shade. I'm gonna use this and then also the lightest matte shades as well. Lightly bronze right now for the sake of not looking so pale. And then I'm gonna probably bronze a bit more later as well. So starting with the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Eyelid Primer. I really like this eyelid primer because it gets really tacky, so it really helps with keeping the eyeshadow on your eyes longer. And also this product blends out better with your finger compared to a brush. Then I'm gonna go ahead and set that down using some translucent powder. And as I mentioned earlier, we are using the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm so excited to use it. I'm going to start off with the colors Burnt Orange and Raw Sienna, and I'm going to mix those together and kind of use them as my transition colors. And to do that, I'm using a Morphe M535 brush. I'm going to go ahead and use Warm Taupe on the same brush and just put it right on top of the colors that we already put. So next, I'm just using the brush that comes with the palette. I'm using the side that's kind of like the crease blending brush. I'm going to start with using realgar and put that right in my crease. gonna go back into raw sienna and just blend it right above the orange color that we put. So what I'm gonna do is tilt my head back slightly and then raise my eyebrow so I can really get in that spot. Just lightly dusting it up there. And then going back into the crease brush that comes with the palette, I'm gonna go into red ochre and just put it right on top of the realgar color that we put. I'm just gonna mix red ochre and realgar. I just dip my brush in once in each of the colors, and I'm just gonna blend it in the same spot. I'm also gonna start deepening my outer V. Doing that, I'm gonna start with red ochre and just put it in my outer corner. I'm just gonna pat it in and then blend it upwards. I'm also gonna close my eyes and kind of raise my eyebrows so then the skin kind of tightens. Just using circular motions. And to deepen that up even more, I'm just gonna use a little bit of Cyprus Umber, which is the darker brown shade. The same thing, just pat it and then blend it. And I wanna make sure to really keep the product in just that spot. I'm gonna go back into red ochre and just use a e.l.f. crease brush, I believe. And I'm just gonna put that right in my crease, just to define it a little bit more. I'm not gonna use a lot of product, I'm only gonna use a tiny bit. So I'm taking a flat shader brush and I'm gonna be using the color Antique Bronze, a brown satin shade with a little bit of glitter in it, but nothing too much. I'm gonna put that on my lid where we didn't put eyeshadow already. So I'm just doing like a patting motion and then slightly swiping it, and I can kind of stretch the product on my lid. So now using that same e.l.f. crease brush, I'm just gonna blend it in my crease so then it's not some chunky line. And I also didn't put any more product on the brush. Go back into my Morphe M535 brush and just blend it all together. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my lower lash line before I put on my eyeliner. I'm gonna be using the colors Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange. I'm using the other side of the brush that comes with the palette. And then I'm going to apply a little bit of Cyprus Umber. So now for the eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Chella eyeliner pen in the shade Blue. So I'm going to go ahead and make a wing. We have my Q-tip on deck, just in case I clean stuff up. The wings don't look anything alike, but they're both equally beautiful in their own way. I definitely like this one better, which is just like that right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some mascara. Today I'm using the Maybelline Big Shot Mascara. For today's lashes, I'm going to be using the Ardell number 106 lashes. Kind of messed up my lashes because I left them in hot water for too long because I was trying to clean off all the glue. It's okay, it's okay. Now that we're done with the eyes, I'm going to zoom you guys back out. I'm going to continue on with my face. Go ahead and continue to bronze my face. I'm going to do the same thing and mix all three of those bronzers together. I honestly do not look this pale in person. Like, lights right now are just washing me out really bad. Like, I look super white. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some blush. Yeah. And today I'm using the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the shade Apricot in the middle. I like this color because it is a nice orangey type of color, but it's not overpowering, and just have a bit of like glitter in it and stuff. It ends up looking like a nice luminous glow on your cheeks and not so much like chunky glitter. And for highlighter, I'm going to be using the Becca highlighter in the shade Champagne Pop. I'm just gonna do a little bit of it on my nose too. I'm actually gonna wipe off the chapstick that's on my lips right now and then put on lipstick. And then lastly, for my lip color, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay matte lipstick in the shade Stark Naked. I was gonna use a brighter color, just kind of like a burnt orange type of color, but I really wanted the focus to be all on the eyes. So this is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean the absolute world to me. Go ahead and comment down below any other looks you guys would want me to do. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.